Night Talk with Dark Star on WCCO Radio, 830 on your AM dial. News you want, people you know. Marianne, you didn't tell me how many days there are until Christmas. You didn't do that.
I had the other things on my mind tonight.
I
think it's 218.
218? We don't want to confuse anybody because people get in that shopping pattern, you know. We wouldn't want to throw anybody off.
I don't want to miss any sales.
Having that big white sale at Carson Prairie Scott. Of course, they're closed, but people will be shagging over there anyway. Lundgren, always a pleasure to see you. And tonight, of course, is no exception. Would you like to do some weather for us?
I'd love to do some weather for you. Let me have my weather music.
Is that weather music for you?
Cloudy and cool for the weekend. The picnic will be on, but it may be a little cool. Low this morning near 45 degrees. Northwest wind at 10 to 20. Saturday, partly cloudy. Cool. This word cool is going to be the forecast through Monday. Highs today lower to mid-60s. North wind at 10 to 20. Saturday night and Sunday, partly cloudy. 30% chance of showers. Low in the upper 30s to low 40s. Ouch. And a high on Sunday should be in the lower to mid-60s. Same thing Memorial Day Monday. Highs mainly in the 60s. Normal high is 73. At the moment, it's 52 in Rochester, 44 with drizzle at Duluth. Twin Cities cloudy, wind northwest 15, pressure rising, and 49 degrees.
What do you mean? You excited about this tonight?
I'm thrilled. I am.
Yeah. It's kind of different for us. Yeah. You know, usually it's just the four of us down here through the night. Where's Anderson tonight?
Took the night off.
Yeah. Well, you know, what are you going to do?
We'll save him a piece of cake.
We got King Jimmy though tonight.
Yeah.
King Jimmy can get it done in here. Night Talk with Dark Star, Lundgren, Marianne Rennis, and King Jimmy this evening, and a gang of folks. We've got all kinds of people here this evening, and we want to start from the top and thank the Reverend Charles Graham from the Macedonia Baptist Church for being with us here this evening. And he'll handle the he'll take the meat off the bone here tonight, and I'll do the vegetables and a little coleslaw and some salad here as we go through the evening. Big wedding tonight, and we've looked forward to this for a long, long time, and we're all very excited about it. And the loving couple is en route to the studio, not to be confused with en route, which is what happened to the Twins tonight in Detroit. They lose 6-3. Terrifying situation with the Gopher baseball team tonight, Kurt, as I'm sure you heard.
Yeah, they lost 12-11.
Yeah, in the 10th inning after leading forever, and then the guy hit a home run with 2 outs in the last of the ninth, and that was pretty much it. But let's not talk about that this evening. Let's talk about other matters. Now, if you'd like to discuss anything with us, if you have any recommendations you'd like to make before the wedding this evening, you can call us at 989-9226, 989-WCCO, 1-800-327-8255. Wedding stuff after this. Night Talk with Dark Star here. Big. Tony, come on in, man. Tony Gears here from MTN this evening, and he'll be handling the festivities for those folks. That's nice of him, Kurt.
Yeah, I'm making sure that Tony's got a copy of the thing on tape for us, too, so it'll be preserved forever.
Forever and ever and ever?
Yeah.
We can do that?
Whether we want it or not.
Whether we want it or not. Okay. Turn off your microphone and go back to reading the news, everybody.
Oh, okay.
Okay. All right. We want to say hello this evening. Mike Brunswick, how are you?
Hi. I'm not on, am I?
Yeah, you're on.
Oh.
I'm doing the whole thing from over here tonight.
Oh. You don't trust me or what?
I more than trust you. I'm just trying to make this the night off for you that it should be. You're kind enough to come down here. Tell us how you got involved with the couple and how Good Company became involved.
Well, Vicki called us, gosh, it's been months now, and thought we might be interested in her story. And her story was basically that she had this long-distance love affair with a guy in Phoenix that she has never met.
Mm-hmm. Never seen. Never physically seen.
No, yeah, just talked to him on the phone, introduced by a friend. And then she said that there was a good possibility that he might move up here, mm-hmm. and that she would meet him for the first time, and that he would move here for good, and they would get together, possibly even get married.
Right. So you chronicled this from the airport to right into the first stages of the romance.
Yeah, we went up to her house in St. Francis, Minnesota, and visited with the family and did an interview with her, and got a little taste of her lifestyle up there, mm-hmm. and then went with her to the airport. When she met him for the first time, she was nuts that day. She was just absolutely. She came into the airport, she was screaming and laughing.
We talked to her that morning. You could have jump-started a car off the back of her neck.
Oh, boy, she was excited.
Yeah, she was fired
up.
And
when Jim finally arrived, all the people were gathered around because they were wondering, who is she waiting for? Who's coming in? Ross Perot? What's happening here? And he arrived. She goes running to him, screaming, hugging him. And everyone was really quiet during all this. And then when they kind of released all the people that were in the airport at the time, went into a round of applause. It was really neat.
Nice touch.
Yeah.
That's a nice touch. But this got to be a fun story. You know, in this business, we get the bottom of the barrel more often than not.
Oh, yeah.
And it's kind of fun to get involved with a situation like this. You know, we sit here night after night and talk about issues that maybe aren't the most pleasant. But to have something like this happen, I think was real good for our audience. I'm sure it's good for your audience over Channel 5.
Yeah, it's one of those happy ending stories.
Yeah, absolutely.
At least for now.
For now. Yeah, for sure.
We don't know where it'll go from
hey,
here.
You know,
but
in this country, this day and age, you know, you take it one day at a time,
Exactly.
and this will be a good day.
Yeah.
Absolutely. We really want you to know how happy we are that you could be a part of our show. And
Great, thanks.
we
It's
really
fun to be
appreciate
here.
you coming over. And this is something that transcends KSTP and WCCO.
Yeah,
this
absolutely.
Is two people joining in union together for
It's
the rest
fun
of
to
their
be an
lives.
enemy. I mean, it's fun to be here.
Absolutely, no question about it. You'll be with us throughout the evening here.
Probably,
and,
yeah.
We'll visit with you. We'll do a little post-game show after the wedding. And we'll
Right,
visit.
we'll do a little color and analysis and so forth, right?
Absolutely. We'll check with you after this is over and get some reflections. And
Okay.
again, nice of you to be here tonight.
Thanks.
Night Talk with Darkstar, and you know, if you push this button down here and the red light goes out, nobody can hear you, which in some cases is a real blessing.
Introducing a hot new way to save cold hard cash on appliance repairs. Service Guard Plus, the appliance protection plan from People's Natural Gas. If you're a People's Natural Gas customer, for a small monthly fee, Service Guard Plus covers most parts and labor for 7 major home appliances, including your central air conditioner. Sign up now and get your choice of an air conditioning checkup for only $19.95 or 1 month free. This is a limited time offer. Call your local People's Service Center today and start saving money with Service Guard Plus.
The night of the big wedding here on Night Talk with Darkstar on WCCO Radio, 17 minutes after midnight, and Marianne, the lovely couple, is just coming down now.
Yes, I just spoke with Jim Ferguson from his hotel room.
Okay.
And they were leaving, and Greg Richter is going to be taking them out and taking them here.
Pop those cuties into the limo and run them down here to 2nd and 7th, and
Shouldn't be long now.
hope they don't wind up at Little 6 for an hour or something like that. Gotta go down and get a hot hand and never show up here. Could
Greg
be
Richter.
something.
I have confidence in Greg Richter.
Greg Richter can get it done. Greg Richter is the fella who took Iola to the baseball games last year. If you remember Iola, the lady that called us from up north and had thought maybe that she'd never get to see a baseball game again, and that was a pretty good story. And she came down here, and Greg Richter and his limousine company handled that for us admirably, and we will be eternally grateful. And again, he does yeoman-like duty tonight, sitting and waiting to deliver. Let's take a call here. Ronnie in Morton, Minnesota. Ronnie?
Yeah, I was wondering how the groom feels right about now. It's his big day.
Yeah, for sure. I'll give you some reflections as to groom's past here, Ronnie, and I'll hang up and let you listen. I think this is a period of time when you take one last look at your checkbook before you divide it by 2. Is that Lundgren? Is that the way it works pretty much? And then you do all the things that you do in the last hour before the final sentencing. I'm kidding when I say that. That's just, you know, how guys talk. But what did you do, Lundgren, the last couple of hours before you?
I don't remember.
Don't remember?
Something psychological about that. No, I really don't remember. It's 21 years ago, so it's deeply buried.
What year was that?
71.
There were probably a lot of things from 1971 you don't remember.
Deeply buried, yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to remember. I do remember, though, the pastor saying, well, now you have this wonderful radio voice. You shouldn't have any problem piping right up. And during the ceremony, I promptly said,
I do.
with this wing, I thee wed.
Unbelievable. And speaking of wings, don't forget, if you're over near
What a segue.
if you're over near Knickerbockers, over on the West Bank there, 501 South 6th Street, ball club's coming back to town here. Get over to Knickerbockers, visit David Darr, climb out there on that wonderful deck, and have some of those wings. We'll take calls, and we'll visit with most of the people that are going to be involved in the wedding this evening after this.
This is Ginger Cisco with a public service message from WCCO Radio. Summer is just around the corner, and with it comes the WCCO MS 150 Bike Tour from the Twin Cities to Duluth. Plan now to bicycle with other Minnesotans who are helping to fight multiple sclerosis. The weekend of June 13th and 14th is coming up sooner than you think. So register now at any Now Sports location or by calling 870-1500 or 1-800-582-5296.
Night Talk with Darkstar here on WCCO Radio, 20 minutes after midnight, the night of the big wedding here on Night Talk. And we welcome Reverend Charles Graham. Reverend, welcome to the forum here this evening.
Thank you, thank you. Certainly good to be here this evening.
Nice to see you, and God bless you.
Thank you.
We want to thank you very much for being a part of this evening. You and I have had a couple conversations here in the last 24 hours.
Yes.
During some nervous moments.
Yes.
And finally, this thing is looks like it's going to come to fruition here tonight. I'm going to handle the first part of the service from the seen through the eyes of the First Evangelical Church of the Desert, and then you'll take it from the Macedonia Baptist Church view, and you'll conduct the actual I do's, which is very kind of you.
Yes.
We made a consideration here for doing the ceremony in its entirety from this corner, but we thought we needed somebody to kind of dignify this presentation, and your presence completes that cycle. I'll step away from the pulpit, which I should rightfully do, and you'll handle this. What kind of preparation do you do for a service like this? Does it vary from couple to couple, or do you have the basics that you go through every single marriage?
Ideally, what happens is that we like to sit out and chat with the ones who are going to be married, just to see if they're kind of compatible, and let them know exactly what God expects of them when they enter into this marriage agreement.
Right.
We think it only right for people to understand and to know that when people are now becoming husband and wife, that they're going to live together. And we think that the community that they're going to live in should be aware that they have been properly married.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So.
And that's where the official signing of the documents will come in, and the Lord's blessing from your corner.
That's right.
We had a lot of fun here with, not fun, but we kind of parodied the angle of the First Evangelical Church of the Desert, which is a place you can send away for $25 and become what you probably wouldn't refer to as a preacher. But we've had a lot of fun with it here, and we certainly didn't mean to blaspheme or anything of that nature, but we get down to the nuts and bolts here. We very much appreciate your presence here, and it will definitely make it an official God's hands-on situation for us, and we appreciate the dignity that you bring to us this evening.
Well, we certainly thank you, and we're glad to be a part of it. And when we first heard about it, we certainly wanted to be a part of it. Real good friend, Reverend Day, had to leave town, and he put me into this position. But I'm happy to be here. I didn't know it was going to be the size that it is. It's grown since I first heard about it, but I'm certainly happy to be here, and we'll certainly be praying that the Lord will bless us and make this what He would have it be.
Each and every one. Yes. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Night Talk with Dark Star. We'll be right back after this.
You live in the upper Midwest. You come to expect the worst in the way of weather, and Mother Nature delivers. At WCCO Radio, public safety is our #1 priority. So when severe weather strikes, tune in AM 830 for complete coverage. We're here to help you weather the storm.
WCCO. 24 minutes after midnight on the night of the big wedding. Ma'am, if you want to take pictures at any time this evening, you just come down front, do whatever you like in here. Just have the time of your life here tonight. Be comfortable, and come on up here close if you want. Come on up inside the chairs, do anything you like. Now, we're with Barbara Anderson, the florist. Now, is that someone who is associated with you?
Mom.
That's your mother. Absolutely. Ms. Anderson, how are you? Nice to see you. Now, you know you're not Miss Anderson. She's...
Mrs. Hodson.
Mrs. Hodson. Okay, I'll get this all straight now. Barbara, we really appreciate the beautiful work that you've done, and, of course, Victoria is partial to birds, as you know, and you have beautiful bird of paradise in here, a couple of those tonight, and
some dendrobium orchids and cattleya orchids.
Yeah. Is this a tough thing to do now? We got a lot of lights in here and everything tonight. Will these wilt, or how?
Oh, no.
These will make it?
Tropical. They came from Hawaii, so they made it that far.
I hear you. Tell us a little bit about what you do for a living.
Well, I do weddings, basically, and I have 3 small children, so between that and my husband and flowers.
Are you an independent?
Yes, I work out of my home.
What's your, can you give us a telephone number and the name of your business?
It's Exclusively Weddings.
Exclusively Weddings.
Number's 537.
537.
8605.
Give it one more time.
537-8605.
Right.
And I'm advertising in the wedding guide and wedding pages, which are distributed throughout the Twin Cities. So pick up a copy and look me up.
We sure will. And if you could only see these beautiful flowers and these wonderful arrangements that she's done, if you're considering a situation of this nature, Barbara Anderson would definitely be the person to call at what number again now?
537-8605.
Right. See, we're kind of a family here on Night Talk, and if there's anybody else out there getting married, or you got an uncle that died at the age of 98, and you need some nice flowers, or you can do just about anything florally.
That's true.
Okay, that's great.
Actually, Dark, I did a wedding several years ago that you were in.
Is that right?
Frank and Darcy.
Oh yeah, Frank Arone.
Yeah.
That was an outdoor wedding, and they moved indoors, and a bugler came to the door and
That's
played
right,
the call
yeah.
to post. That was what was the name of that church that was in?
I think it was Church of the Open Door, or
out
something.
in the country somewhere.
It was out by Lake Minnetonka.
Unbelievable. I remember they didn't have any asphalt in the parking lot, and I did about $400 of the damage to new tires I had on my car. But it was a wonderful, loving afternoon, and you did a beautiful job there. I didn't know that was you.
Yeah.
You're the one that put all those things from row to row to row to row?
Yeah.
Oh, boy, I'll tell you what. How'd you like working with Frank Arone?
Darcy's really nice.
Mr. Krusty can get a little gnarly around the collar every now and then. But listen, we really appreciate you. He's one of my best friends, by the way. And I was in that wedding.
That's true.
That's right, I was in that wedding. He had one of the greatest systems of all time to pick the best man. They had a card game. And if I draw 10 instead of a jack on the last hand, I'm the best man. So, unfortunately, I didn't, or fortunately, depending on how you look at it, and I was part of the wedding party. But the best man was the guy that drew the jack in the last hand, and it was just unbelievable. Maybe not the way, Reverend, that the Lord intended best men to be selected, but that's the way it was. Again, we appreciate everything that you've done for us here this evening, and these beautiful flowers. And what's that telephone number again? Who can get a hold of you?
537-8605.
Exclusively
Weddings.
That's fabulous. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Beginning June 1st, TWA offers you an even greater choice to save with new TWA JFK Connection service to New York for only $99 and to cities like Washington, Philadelphia, Boston, and more for just $109. Enjoy all the conveniences of TWA's JFK Hub with easy connections to TWA's America, Europe, and beyond. Choose a TWA JFK Connection flight and save time and money to all of TWA's America while you enjoy the kind of award-winning service you'd expect from the international airline that's earned the title America's Tradition to Europe. For complete details and reservations, call your travel agent or TWA today and start saving with a TWA JFK Connection flight. Fares quoted are each way based on round-trip purchase. Fares are non-refundable, but wholly unused tickets may be applied towards the purchase of another TWA ticket. Restrictions apply. Saturday stayover is required. Valid for flights via JFK June 1st through June 21st, 1992.
What do you think of this guy, Reverend? I mean, that's his Sunday shirt. He's got his Sunday shirt on here this evening. 49 degrees and cloudy here, and we'll be right back. A very important minute. Pay attention to this. This is how we pay the light bill around here. Marianne, do you have a handkerchief so I can just cry for? We're going to do. Run me up something else here real quick, and we'll do. You got something live I can hit here? We'll get something good for you here. I know you all looking for some CarX. That's it, CarX. We'll do CarX.
If you'd like to enter the CarX Score Run inning, pick up a registration blank at participating CarX locations between May 13th and August 31st, 1992. Mail your entry to CarX, Box 2830, Minneapolis 55402. Your entry must include a prediction of which inning the Twins will score a run. During every 1992 Twins baseball broadcast between May 18th and August 31st on CCO Radio, a name randomly drawn from the entries received will be announced at the beginning of the designated CarX Score Run inning, determined by the contestant's entry. If during the designated inning the Minnesota Twins score a run, the name announced will win a pair of Twins tickets to a future home game before October 1st, 1992. Entries must be mailed separately and received by 5 p.m. August 31st, 1992. Must be 18 years of age or older. Employees of CBS, CarX, and participating sponsors and their families are not eligible. Limit one prize per household or immediate family. Prizes may not be sold and must be used on days specified. No purchase necessary. WCCO Radio is not responsible for any game cancellation prior to the designated inning. For a copy of the rules, send a self-addressed stamped envelope to CarX Rules, Box 2830, Minneapolis 55402. Sponsored by CarX and CCO.
Night Talk Wedding Night here on WCCO Radio 830. News you want. People that care for you deeply. Kurt Lundgren.
What?
With the news.
Oh. Good morning. 49 degrees in the Twin Cities at 12:30. Secretary of State James Baker blasts what he calls Serbia's unconscionable behavior in Bosnia-Herzegovina. Baker says the U.S. ambassador will not be returning to Belgrade and suggests the U.S. might agree to the use of European military force to end civil strife. The lawyer for Los Angeles police officer Lawrence Powell says he'll probably appeal a judge's decision for Powell's retrial in the Rodney King case to be held in L.A. That trial has been set for October 19th. The U.S. Coast Guard is changing its strategy on the Haitian boat people who've been sailing toward the U.S. In what critics are denouncing as a let them sail, let them sink stance, U.S. officials have decided against routinely rescuing the Haitians. The show's over. Johnny Carson has ended his 30-year stint as host of The Tonight Show, fighting off tears, wishing his viewers a very heartfelt good night. Following the show on Late Night with David Letterman, topping the list of the top 10 things Johnny had to do before wrapping it up and calling it a career. Number 1, unwrap the retirement gift from GE and screw it into the nearest lamp. Sports, Cecil Fielder homered for the first time in a month. Rob Deere hit 2 blasts tonight to power the Tigers past the Twins 6-3. Fielder hit a 3-run shot in the third off John Smiley for his 8th home run of the season and first since April 22nd. Mark Leiter picked up the win. John Smiley absorbed the loss for the Twins. He gave up 6 runs on 6 hits in 6 innings. Elsewhere, Baltimore, Oakland, Milwaukee, Toronto, and Texas all win in the American League. Still underway in the 9th, Seattle leading Cleveland 2-1. In the National League, there are 2 games still underway. Pittsburgh's in front of the Dodgers 6-1 in the 8th, and the Giants lead the Mets 7-5 also in the 8th inning. Your winners in the National League so far are Montreal, Philadelphia, Houston, San Diego. NBA playoffs, Karl Malone stepped up with 39 points to help the Jazz rally from a 10-point deficit to beat the Trailblazers 97-89 in Game 3 of their Western Conference Final. Blazers still lead that series 2-1 with Game 4 Sunday at the Delta Center. And the Chicago Blackhawks swept into the Stanley Cup Finals for the first time in 19 years after winning their playoff record 11 straight, Game 5-1 over Edmonton.
How many games did they win in a row? 11 straight?
11 straight.
That's ugly.
Unstoppable. Looks like it's going to be Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh has a 3-0 lead in their series with Boston. Yeah. And as you mentioned earlier, Dark, Oklahoma State edging the Gophers 12-11 in the first round of the NCAA Midwest Regional Baseball Tournament in Wichita. The sad part of that loss is that the Gophers had an 11-6 lead entering the bottom of the 9th inning. Sounds like a bad Twins game.
You remember when Winfield was a senior at the U in the NCAA final
Certainly
game?
Do. You betcha.
Didn't they have like a 12-1 lead going into the last inning?
A lot of great memories with Dave and a lot of the... Remember his early games with the Padres?
Yeah.
No, ugly Padre uniforms, that yellow
Horrible
and
looking brown. Terrible.
Yuck.
I'll tell you what, he may have been the best player in baseball for about 6 or 7 years, and nobody had any idea.
Still got some pop, too.
Yeah,
he put one
sure
out
does.
the other night.
And he can still run the bases.
If you missed this, Vikings running back Herschel Walker has expressed interest in joining
Don Shula,
the Miami Dolphins. 30-year-old Walker becomes an unrestricted free agent the 1st of June, which means he can be taken from the Vikings without compensating the club. Bend over,
Thank you,
kick
Mike.
here.
Thank you, Mike Lynn.
Yeah.
For all you've done for us down through the years.
Putting a kick me sign on the back of every Viking fan.
Oh.
Forecast cloudy and cool. Low this morning 45. Light northwest winds. Later today, partly cloudy, still on the cool side. High should be in the lower to mid 60s today, Sunday, and Memorial Day Monday. And for Saturday night, some areas in the Twin Cities will see lows in the upper 30s. Right now it's cloudy. The wind northwest at 15. Pressure rising and 49 degrees. News you want, people you know. WCCO Radio 830, St. Paul, Minneapolis. 12:34 and nothing stops. Stump the Star.
Fall over when I hear who it was. Who was it?
The Duprees.
Duprees. What did I say? The Capris?
You said the Capris.
See, that's what happened when your brain turns 46. All the C's become D's.
I see.
Just like my report cards when I was a kid. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I had a terrible reoccurring rash on my legs.
Kathy Brooks of Grand Prairie, Texas, is telling us about Triple Action Gold Bond medicated powder.
But Gold Bond kind of soothed it off and dried it up, and now I'm not bothered with it.
Gold Bond's Triple Action is the absorbing action of powder, the medicating action of a proven itch fighter, and the drying action of zinc oxide.
Gold Bond medicated powder has really done wonders for me, so it gets my vote.
Try Triple Action Gold Bond medicated powder. Use only as directed.
I'm glad the girl got rid of that rash.
Yeah, me too.
Because I was starting to get itchy from a lot of, the Gold Bond, man. I mean, it's terrible. Like they have people on there like for 8, 9 months at a time, that tell us, and rightfully so, that Gold Bond does remove the itching.
And we assume it doesn't take 8 or 9 months.
No, it doesn't. But they have such glowing testimonials. Excuse me, I inadvertently swallowed some Gold Bond earlier today.
Use it only as directed.
I had a scratchy throat. This is, what is this? This is Night Talk with Darkstar on WCCO Radio. And we've got 24 minutes before 1 in the morning on the night of the big wedding, and all these beautiful people are here this evening, and they're all dressed up, and they're all looking so wonderful. And here's an old friend of mine in here this evening. You want to turn your microphone off, man? Quit shuffling those papers in. Joining us this evening as part of our wedding coordination team is Ashley Dennett from the Polo Shop. Nice to see you.
Hi, Darkstar.
How are you, Ashley?
I'm just fine, thank you.
Old buddy of mine came by to help out tonight, and you've been a big help to Marianne. And, of course, you did the diagrams for us as to how we lay all this out. Now, did it turn out the way you wanted it to turn out?
Absolutely. We all arrived one by one. The congregation is waiting with anticipation for them to come. And they're not here yet.
But they're en route. They're on their way. So we can all breathe a sigh of relief when they actually get here.
They heard you mention Little Six, and they took a right and went south.
Boom. Unbelievable. But are you happy with the color coordinations in the studio?
Flowers look great. We've got cake, cookies, candy, pop, everything. Bringing coffee and water to everyone. We're all set.
Yeah, we're ready to go here.
Yep, looks
and
great.
I want to thank you very much for picking out this tie for me. It was a wonderful thing to do. Ashley works at the Polo Shop over here on 9th and Nicollet and does a wonderful job. And if you're in the neighborhood, go by there and ask for her by name, and she'll help you look exactly like me.
Tie looks great.
Why did a hush fall over the room?
Tie looks great.
That says it all. Thank you, Ashley. Night Talk with Darkstar here on WCCO Radio, and we're talking to the folks who are responsible for the makings of this wedding, and the bride and groom are en route. They're coming down here to the station, and they're going to get married here, and we'll have all kinds of wonderful things, and it'll be great here on Night Talk with Darkstar. Got something real special for you. You know, when the Twins game's over, or you got a special evening, you want something special to do, stop by Knickerbockers. Knickerbockers at 1501 South 6th Street. Behind the Metrodome. If you're coming from St. Paul, take the Cedar Avenue exit. If you're coming from the Metrodome, take the walking path. 8 minutes round trip by hoof. Now, let me tell you about this place. In the beautiful old brick building, they've got this separated out into 4 sections. They've got a lovely cafe out front, libations of your choice. They've got a full-service restaurant in the back, steaks to salads. Upstairs, they've got one of the finest game rooms you've ever seen in your life. Pool. I'm not talking about shooting pool for money. I'm talking about recreational pool. Darts, and then outside they've got one of the finest decks I've ever seen. Enjoy the spirit of the evening. As the sun sets quietly in the west, join David Darr at Knickerbockers. Knickerbockers, 11 a.m. in the morning to 1 a.m. at night. Who's that guy with the Cub hat, man? Is that Michael, the guy at the front door's roommate? You're doing a heck of a job tonight, buddy, but sorry about those Cubs. Unbelievable. Joining us now is my man, Henry. Henry, nice to see you tonight. How are you?
Thank you. Fine, fine. Just waiting for the action. Got the tripod set up, waiting for him to come in the front door.
Take some pictures?
Take some pictures.
Lundgren, let's talk a little racing here quickly.
Sure. Anytime.
Henry, big weekend this weekend.
Yes.
Got it all going on this weekend. We got the 600 down at Charlotte.
Right.
And we got the Indianapolis 500. Isn't there a Busch Grand National
There's a Grand
race?
National race today at 2 at noon, and Elliott's on the pole for that, too, which is kind of unusual.
And we also want to mention that LZ Elko, the veterans, are having a wonderful car down at Elko. And then Raceway Park runs Sunday night at 7 o'clock, and then they'll have an Enduro Monday afternoon at 3. That'll be 100 cars, 250 laps.
Usually they get more than that. Last Enduro, my buddy and I were involved in 170 cars.
170 cars on a quarter-mile track.
Yeah, right.
Unbelievable.
Rush hour.
Nothing like it. It's just, I mean, it's a special thing. But then Sunday night, they got the figure eights and the late model stocks, and it's wonderful.
Do a figure eight, you eliminate cars real fast.
Henry, do you go to Raceway Park? Do you ever get down there?
I get out there probably twice a month.
Twice a month. Lundgren, do you go anymore?
Rarely.
We got to go, though, this year for sure. I mean, it's just it's a walk in the park, and we're both off.
That's true.
So, yeah.
We're always, never mind.
Yeah, a little bit off. Henry, we want to thank you for coming down and take pictures tonight. I want you to take a couple pictures of Lundgren and I together so that if anything should happen, you know, we're not allowed to fly together on the same airplane or anything. So if we
I'll put the black tape over my eyes.
Yeah,
so that,
put the black tape, and we'll have a nice picture of us. If you could do that for us.
Give us your call, by the way, on the Coca-Cola 600. Do you think Davey can win it? Because he's got another car now. You know, he wrecked his car.
Yeah, kind of, wrecked it
at the finish.
Immensely.
You think he's got a chance today or Sunday?
I think so.
Okay.
I think so. The Indy, though, who you taking on the Indy?
I like the guy on the inside.
I like
Guerrero. I think he can jump. Oh, yeah. I think that car can go the distance.
I like Michael. I like Andretti.
Do you really?
Yeah, I do.
To line up next to his dad, you know, they'll be tangling in the first turn.
Out of my way.
Yeah, absolutely. Henry, thanks a million for being with us.
Thank you.
Yep. Night Talk with Dark Star here on WCCO Radio. The big wedding will be coming up here pretty quick. Oh, I can't wait. It's so exciting. This is wonderful. Do you think this could be like the turning point in your career?
No.
Hey, everybody, this is Dark Star. You feeling a little hungry about right now? How about the Ember Steak and Eggs? At $3.99, it's the best breakfast deal in town. I don't care where you live. Sounds like a good idea, doesn't it? For a limited time, the Ember Steak and Eggs is just $3.99. 2 farm fresh eggs, prepared any way you like them. 3 made-from-scratch fluffy pancakes, crispy golden hash browns, and a USDA choice sirloin steak. Tender, juicy, and cooked to your specifications. Any time of the day or night, 7 days a week, 24 hours a day with 17 locations in the Twin Cities. Not counting the locations in Mankato, St. Cloud, and Rochester, you're never too far from an Embers. So remember the Embers, and remember Embers Steak and Eggs, just $3.99. 2 farm fresh eggs, hash browns, their buttermilk pancakes, and the USDA choice sirloin steak. That's the Embers Steak and Eggs, just $3.99. There's only one place for food this good, Embers, only Embers. Now, Jimmy's got a car in the Enduro. He's going to have a car in the Enduro.
That's what I understand.
That'll be unbelievable, huh? He's calling up now to find out what the number is. And then we can all go to the Enduro and check Jimmy out, Alabama. The bride and groom are here. They're in the building. Are they actually in the building? Marianne, are they in the building?
That's what I hear.
Rumor has it that the bride and groom are in the building. Now, you know I'm going to be giving the bride away tonight.
Is that right?
Yes, plus a $25 gift certificate to see Madame Neruska at the State Theater later in the month. But this is going to be wonderful here. I see a lot of people, new faces coming in. We get in here. This will be good. Here comes a video camera. The ladies, is unbelievable. This could be the turning point in the evening. Tony Gear joins us. Tony, how are you tonight?
Tired, just like everyone else.
I hear you. I know the feeling. Now, you and I worked together a couple times this week. I worked Wednesday night at the Hyatt doing the fights, and you were over there with your fine staff.
All volunteers.
All volunteers, taking care of that. And we of course, work here together tonight. Now, you're with MTN. Tell us how you fit into the scenario here tonight.
I happen to be having problems sleeping one night when you were discussing the original arrangements for the wedding, and everybody was volunteering services, and I figured that we could bring cameras and make a nice little memory for everyone.
Yes, yes, and that'll be great. Now, when will this be on Channel 32?
This will be on MTN's Public Access Channel 32 next Thursday,
right?
Almost a week from today,
Right.
at 7 o'clock.
Yeah.
And we're also going to make efforts to put it on Channel 6 so the whole metro area can see it.
And then we'll have, that's where the 15 beans comes in.
That, yeah, right.
We'll get that handled immediately. We'll take care of that before you leave tonight. We'll get
I'd rather you waited until we were sure what was going on.
Okay, all right. I'm always in good hands when you're taking care of things. You know how I am. I lose everything. You know, if I had a bulldog in this hand, a ham sandwich in this hand, I'd wind up eating the bulldog, and you couldn't find a ham sandwich for 300 years. Again, Tony, thank you very much for being a part of this tonight. This is a lot of fun.
I appreciate you having us. And by the way, you're the only one getting paid. We're not.
That's right. You got to remember that's strictly volunteer. And if people do want to make contributions, how do they go about doing that?
MTN is a nonprofit agency, so it's tax deductible if you want to contribute some money to MTN. We encourage you to volunteer your services and your time to make your own programming more than we encourage the donations, though.
Great. Great.
And you can contact us at 331-8575. Ask for Christine.
And if at any point you'd want to find out how to get a hold of Tony and the fine folks at MTN, you can call me and I'll put them in touch.
Thank you.
Thank you, Tony. Night Talk with Dark Star wedding coming up here pretty quick on Night Talk with Dark Star and what's left of Kurt Lundgren. Alabama nothing.
Buying a new car should be a very happy time for you. Art Goebel Ford, your third-generation Ford dealer in Coon Rapids, works very hard to make sure you enjoy buying your new Ford to the utmost. Beginning with your first test drive until you sign the final ownership papers, you'll be treated with great respect. As you go through the process of choosing your model, your options, and your payments, you'll soon realize why Art Goebel has so many satisfied customers who come back every time they buy a new Ford car or truck. Art Goebel Ford has won many awards as a distinguished dealer for his customer satisfaction and service. And you get good deals too, like a 92 Escort with 2.9% APR or $750 cash back, like the all-new restyled F-Series pickup or 92 Taurus. You'll find just the kind of car or truck you want in a Ford, and you'll find just the kind of people you want to work with at Art Goebel Ford, Coon Rapids. Enjoy the process of buying your new car or truck. Stop in at Art Goebel Ford today and learn why thousands of satisfied customers have also bought their new car or truck at Art Goebel Ford.
Hey everybody, this is Dark Star. You feeling a little hungry about right now? How about the Ember Steak and Eggs? At $3.99, it's the best breakfast deal in town. I don't care where you live. Sounds like a good idea, doesn't it? For a limited time, the Ember Steak and Eggs are just $3.99. 2 farm fresh eggs, prepared any way you like them. 3 made-from-scratch fluffy pancakes, crispy golden hash browns, and a USDA choice sirloin steak, tender, juicy, and cooked to your specifications. Any time of the day or night, 7 days a week, 24 hours a day with 17 locations in the Twin Cities. Not counting the locations in Mankato, St. Cloud, and Rochester, you're never too far from an Embers. So remember the Embers, and remember Embers Steak and Eggs, just $3.99. 2 farm fresh eggs, hash browns, their buttermilk pancakes, and the USDA choice sirloin steak. That's the Embers Steak and Eggs, just $3.99. There's only one place for food this good, Embers, only Embers. Night Talk with Dark. There's a lot of confusion here. I'm sorry for that 19 seconds of dead air.
Why should it be any different?
What do you mean? I got feelings, you know, just like other people. Here's my buddy in here. He'll defend me. Greg, good to see you this evening.
Good to see you, Dark.
Listen, this is the second time around for us. We did Iola to the
sweetheart.
ballpark, which was a tremendous amount of fun
You
for
bet
us,
it was.
all of us. And you did yeoman-like work there.
Well, thank you.
And again tonight, you've delivered the bodies, which
Yeah,
is
we got 'em here.
Yeah. Now, how nervous are they? What did they tell me about coming from the hotel to the?
Well, I figured they were nervous when the first thing he asked me was if I had anything to drink in the car. So I figured he needed some kind of relaxation, and we still must have rushed him because she was putting her mascara on the way down here. So at least they stayed busy on the way down.
That's good. Yeah, we kept them busy on the way down.
You betcha.
Now, tell me if, and I want to tell everybody right now, if you want the, and I'm not, you know, this isn't an advertisement, this is an endorsement. If anybody wants the best limousine service in the Twin Cities, how do they get a hold of you? This guy's a personal friend of mine and has done unbelievable things for us here for no money at all. But if people want to hire you out, how do they get a hold of you?
Well, thank you, Dark. I appreciate the compliment. I can be reached. It's Richter's Limousine Service, and the phone number is 557-0422.
0422, 557-0422. And if you get to thinking about a limousine and you forgot that somewhere along the line, or you didn't write it down tonight, you can call me, and I'll put you in touch with Greg.
I appreciate it,
Yeah,
Dark.
and again, a million thanks for tonight.
Well, my pleasure. Glad to be a part of it.
Are they fired up? Are they ready to go here?
They're ready.
We'll visit with the bride and groom after this. Are you looking for a way to raise money for your club or nonprofit group? Hi, this is Dark Star for the Miles Plasma Center in Coon Rapids, with a great opportunity for you and your group to give once but help twice. Let me explain. The Miles Plasma Center needs quality plasma. They get it from good people like you who donate it. Plasma-based medicines are used to help many different types of people, including babies at high risk, accident victims, and people with hemophilia and congenital emphysema. That's the first way you can help. The second way is by raising money for your organization through plasma donation. You see, the Miles Plasma Center compensates you for time you spend donating plasma. The more people who donate plasma in the name of your group, the more money your group raises. The Miles Plasma Center calls it their community club incentive program, and it's open to groups from sports boosters to church affiliations. So each time you give plasma, you're helping twice. Ask how your group can raise as much as $72,000 or more, depending on the frequency and number in your group. They will be glad to send you information about CCIP. Call the Miles Plasma Center at 780-2181 in Coon Rapids. That's 780-2181, and tell them the Dark Man sent you. Hey, everybody, this is Dark Star. You feeling a little hungry about right now? How about the Ember Steak and Eggs? At $3.99, it's the best breakfast deal in town. I don't care where you live. Sounds like a good idea, doesn't it? For a limited time, the Ember Steak and Eggs are just $3.99. 2 farm fresh eggs, prepared any way you like them. 3 made-from-scratch fluffy pancakes, crispy golden hash browns, and a USDA choice sirloin steak, tender, juicy, and cooked to your specifications. Any time of the day or night, 7 days a week, 24 hours a day with 17 locations in the Twin Cities. Not counting the locations in Mankato, St. Cloud, and Rochester, you're never too far from an Embers. So remember the Embers, and remember Embers Steak and Eggs, just $3.99. 2 farm fresh eggs, hash browns, their buttermilk pancakes, and the USDA choice sirloin steak. That's the Embers Steak and Eggs, just $3.99. There's only one place for food this good, Embers, only Embers. It was good that we hired that guy that can do my voice to do the commercials tonight, so I wouldn't have to go through all that.
Nice of him to record it in the kitchen, too.
Yes, it was very nice. Jane Owen, now you've made some wonderful mints here for us this evening, but give us that lusty voice that we've all grown to love.
I'm the old broad over the hill with a man's voice. Boy, how can you beat that combination, huh?
And Lundgren and I have both said, since we've been doing this show in 15 months, your voice is without question the sexiest voice we have ever heard. Am I correct?
Yeah. Many times.
Your voice is our favorite, no question about it.
I don't have to take hormones or anything. Just leave it the way it is.
Well, listen, we want to thank you very much for being a part of all this tonight, and lovely mints that you brought down here, and it's great to have you, and thanks for bringing that voice good looking.
Okay.
You bet.
Thanks, Doc.
You bet. Now we have the bride and groom with us this evening. Let's have a nice round of applause for the bride and groom here this evening here on Night Talk. It's unbelievable. Here they are. Well, Jimmy, tonight's a big night.
Sure is.
How do you, any reflections, any feelings, anything you want to share with us here? We're about 15 minutes away from the big ceremony.
Well, one, I'm looking forward to it. And it's just been a great situation from day one when I met this young lady, and she's impressed me.
Okay, hold on 1 second here now. We got a dead mic over there? Is that a dead mic, Jimmy? Victoria, you talk for a minute.
Hello.
Okay, got him now, Marianne? Push that button there that says, now try it.
Hello.
Okay. Hello. You do the same. All
Hello,
right.
Minnesota.
We got them all now? My fault. Unbelievable. Jimmy, let's start over again for a second here. This is the big night. A lot of pressure on you? Feeling a little tightness in the stomach, a little, anything
None
special?
At all. None at all. It's been just our relationship from day one's been excellent, and the time we spent together since I've been up here has been excellent, and I think we've got a good 30, 40 years ahead of us.
Beautiful. How you liking Minnesota?
Love it so far. The weather's getting nice and warm. It's going to get warm enough that I can enjoy it before long.
Almost snowed tonight, man. Right here in the middle of what we consider to be the beginning of summer. Take one, Henry. Unbelievable. Now, Victoria, I see you have your parrots with you tonight, and are you all excited about this? And
They go everywhere with me.
That's right. Can you make them sing for a minute, just real quick?
Well, I can't make them sing.
Oh, my. Oh, my. Do that one more time. Can you do that one more time? A little parrot noise.
Come on.
Unbelievable. It sounds like Hartman and Rosen in the morning there, kind of flapping their wings and screeching, and kind of a nice touch there. Now, Victoria, do you have any second thoughts here? We're going to right over here to the altar now. This is your last chance to pull away from all this. Is this true love? Is this it for you?
I've tried everything to back out of it, and I can't do it.
Well, then it is true love.
I can't do it.
Then it is true love, and we're definitely looking forward to the ceremony here this evening, and we're so happy to have you both here with us, and we're going to get started here right after CBS News, so get ready now and put on your best love auras, and we'll get ready to do this big wedding ceremony here on Night Talk with Victoria and Jim and Lundgren and some guys I know from around town and some other. It's going to be wonderful in here on Night Talk with Dark Star on WCCO.
He swings at the ground ball and now blocked. To Gagne for one, to Herbeck, they got the double play.
Tampany versus King. Game 2 of the Tiger Series coming your way this afternoon. Hi, everybody. John Gordon along with Herb Carneal. Join us for Twins baseball today as the Twins take on the Tigers from Tiger Stadium in Detroit. Our broadcast coverage begins at 11:45 Central Time with the pregame show, followed by first pitch at 12:15. Twins baseball this afternoon right here on CCO.
Yeah, twinning on CCO.
Spring has sprung in CCO land. Whether you're mowing the lawn, trying to land a lunker, or firing up the barbecue. WCCO Radio stays by your side, bringing you the latest news, weather, and sports. From sun up to sundown. Keep it tuned to 830.
Wedding, big food, big excitement, but first... Long Green with the news.
Morning, it's 12:56 in the Twin Cities, cloudy and 49 degrees. Life in prison. That's the sentence for 21-year-old John Jolly, who's been convicted of killing an 8-year-old Minneapolis girl last Labor Day weekend. Friday, a Hennepin County jury found that Jolly was sane when he kidnapped and murdered Margaret Marquez. Jolly earlier pleaded guilty to the crimes, but claimed he was insane at the time of the killing. The jury rejected that argument and found him guilty on 3 counts of first-degree murder. Prosecutor Mike Fernstall says the life prison sentence may not have been possible if the jury had found Jolly insane on one of the counts.
There would have been issues as to what he would have been sentenced to had there been a not guilty by insanity verdict on one of the 3 counts. There would have been questions whether or not he would be sentenced to a state hospital or prison. This way, it eliminates that issue. It's clear he goes to prison for a minimum of 30 years.
The defense claimed that Jolly was mentally ill and had a multiple personality of John and Jack. There is an automatic appeal in this case. Margaret's family members say they are pleased with the guilty verdicts and the life prison sentence, but they'd like to see Jolly get the death penalty. The Nuclear Regulatory Commission has fined Northern States Power Company $12,500 for a February 20th incident at the Prairie Island Nuclear Power Plant near Red Wing. On that day, water levels dropped below suitable levels when the reactor was shut down for refueling. No radiation leaked, and both the utility and the NRC said no one was in any danger at any point. Northwest Airlines says it will cut its number of daily flights in and out of Washington National from 48 to 30. That's effective July the 1st. Northwest says it will use the planes to increase service in areas where business is better. A new allegation has surfaced against a former Catholic priest said to have molested dozens of children at a Boston area parish in the 1960s before he moved to Minnesota. Police say a Minnesotan also has made allegations against James R. Porter of Oakdale, and authorities are investigating. No one claimed the $125,000 jackpot in the Gopher 5 drawing Friday night. That means the jackpot grows to an estimated $160,000 for Tuesday's drawing. The numbers drawn tonight were 20, 21, 23, 24, and 30. And the Twins came up on the losing side at Detroit in the first of a 3-game series. Cecil Fielder homered and Rob Deere put 2 out of the park. Final Tigers 6, Twins 3. We'll check the CCO forecast next.
I'm scared about the future. Global warming is real. If we're going to continue like this, our ozone layer is going to be a piece of Swiss cheese. I don't want to wear a gas mask. Even oceans can die. There are children starving right now. If you ruin the world, where can we get another world? The trees we need for oxygen. It takes 100 years for a tree to grow to its full height, and it can just be cut down in 10 minutes. When there's too many people, there's not going to be enough to eat. We can have our conversations about the earth and development in a calm and rational manner instead of just fighting.
The United Nations Earth Summit is a global attempt to save the only planet we call home. Won't you pledge your help?
I pledge to make the earth a secure and hospitable home for present and future generations. We all have to work together. We can all do it. Support the earth and its people. Yes.
Cloudy and cool overnight. Low temperature this morning, near 45 degrees. The CCO Weather Center forecasts a partly cloudy Saturday. It will stay cool right through the Memorial Day Monday weekend. High should be in the lower to mid-60s today, staying in the 60s for Sunday and again Monday. And for Saturday night into Sunday morning, we could reach the upper 30s in some portions of the metros for an overnight low. Normally 73 and 52, the high and low. At the moment, cloudy, northwest wind at 15 miles per hour, pressure rising from 30.21, 77% humidity. It's 49. This is Kurt Lundgren. News you want, people you know. WCCO, Minneapolis, St. Paul at 830. CBS News is next. It's 1 a.m.